I got my paperwork coming on it.
Good.
I'll just put it in his file.
So this is Katrina.
And, yeah, so that's correct.
You're not gonna talk yet?
I'm going to go over your rights at this time. You're in the Lawrence County Municipal Court by virtue of a video teleconference.
Yes, sir.
You have a right to remain silent. Any statement you do say may be used against you. You have a right to an attorney and a right to a court-appointed lawyer if you cannot afford one. You have a right to a continuance to hire a lawyer, a right to bail, a right to a jury trial where the state must prove their case beyond a reasonable doubt. The complaint states that Seth Harrison of Perry Township, Lawrence County, Ohio, on May 28, 2023, did knowingly cause Christina Harrison to believe that the said Seth Harrison would cause serious physical harm to the person or property of Christina Harrison in violation of Section 290321 of the Ohio Revised Code, aggravated menacing, in Lawrence County, Ohio.
Sir, we had just woke up from an argument the night before. and she-
Wait just a minute, okay?
Yes, but, there's a whole lot of gaslighting and stuff like that in my house. It's non-stop. Everyone's like frustrated, angry, I scream and all that.
Can you please be quiet until I tell you to talk? I'm trying to do this in the proper order, and
So I-
remember I told you you have a right to remain silent? You need to remain silent. Okay. This is a misdemeanor of the first degree. The possible consequences are 6 months in jail, $1,000 fine. Now, the charge against you is aggravated menacing. Do you understand the charges and the rights that I gave to you?
How come it's not like domestic violence, because we're like a couple?
Do you understand the charges that I told you about?
I understand what you said, but I don't understand how it was missing.
Okay.
That's up to the prosecutor.
What was he saying about?
He said, how come it's not domestic violence? How come it's?
Oh, okay.
We were just having a
All right.
Nobody was threatening anything.
All right. Ron tells me you're asking, look,
What?
you're wondering why it wasn't charged as domestic violence? Is that?
I just don't understand.
Talk a little bit louder. Talk louder.
I don't really understand how I got trouble. We were just arguing over stuff about our marriage and genetics and kids and whose kids who and stuff like that. And she got pissed off.
Okay. Look, you're wanting to try the case right now. I'm not going to try the case right now, okay? I'm going to ask you another question. Are you employed? Do you have a job?
I have a job at Tim Castle doing concrete work, part-time.
Okay, how much do you make?
$12, $15 an hour if I go to work for him.
How much did you make last week? How much did you make?
If I didn't work last week, sir.
All right, I'm going to find that you don't have a job. Okay, that's good for you.
I can get a job if I want one, no problem. I get a job tomorrow. It's just that we've been working on other stuff, other financial records and stuff like that in the house.
All right, let's get Lance Thompson in here.
Your Honor, if I may, I believe we need to make an amendment to the complaint. I think we may have gotten Ms. Harrison's first name incorrect. I think it might be Katrina and not Christina. So I was hoping that Mr. Harrison might tell us.
Lance?
He just did, he said Katrina.
Okay,
Lance?
so
Yes, sir.
All right, I want to introduce you to Seth Harrison. This is Lance Thompson. I should ask you, I guess, but from what I can tell, I'm going to find that you do need a lawyer, but do you want a lawyer to represent you?
Yes, sir.
All right, that's it. Just say yes or no, and I knew the answer was yes. Okay. He doesn't have a job. Here's your lawyer. Now, let's talk about bond. Starting off with Mr. Heald.
I'd like to first make a motion to amend the complaint and change the first name of Ms. Harrison to Katrina.
Okay. Motion to amend, granted.
On the issue of bond, we're going to request a protection order. But we've also learned that Mr. Harrison is a veteran and could avail himself to services at the VA. And we believe that there are some mental health issues that he needs to
He's
address.
trying to say I'm crazy because they're stealing from me.
Well,
Go
I'm not
ahead.
trying to say he's crazy, but she's worried about him, and has some issues that we feel that the VA needs to help him with.
All right.
And we'd rather him not stay in jail. But at the same time, he needs to understand that he can't go around her until we get this thing cleared up. And he needs to go to the VA.
Seth, wait a minute.
So
Please.
what we'd like to do is, and we've already had a discussion about this out of the courtroom, if Mr. Thompson could make contact with the VA and start that process, then we'd like to talk about being able to get Mr. Harrison out of jail today. But he's got to understand he's got to stay away from Katrina until she says otherwise.
All right, first of all, Seth, you've got representation. Don't talk anymore. The prosecutor, everything he said is to your benefit. So anything you can say isn't going to help you. He's basically arguing for help for you. Now, your lawyer is here. I'm going to ask you, Mr. Thompson, you've been here during most of this hearing. My main problem is that I can't get him to be quiet. Now, he's quiet now. You heard what Mr. Heald was asking for. What is your position?
Well, I would like to ask my client if he has another place to go, if he was let out on bond.
Do you have a place to go if you're let out on bond?
Yeah, I'll find me a place. I got girlfriend or something I'll go to.
You have what?
I have a place I could go if this day, yes I do. I don't have to go back there. I don't want to hurt no more than that though.
Okay, where are you going to live?
I can live 3 doors down in a house down there for the guy as long as I work on it for him. I can live there. It's a 103 Township Road, 35 something like that. Like 3 doors down. I can live there and me and her lay around and speak again, so I'm concerned.
103
I'll take my clothes, my motorcycle, and that's it, and I'll never speak to her again.
That might be a little close for the protection order, 3 doors down.
I mean, you can have somebody else.
That might be a little close, 3 doors down.
How far away is 3 doors down? How far
That's
away?
not far enough.
How far is it?
It's 150 foot, 300 feet, 500 feet. I don't know.
What's the,
I'm not waiting to hang out with her anyway, that's not an issue, no problem, I'll stay the fuck away from her. No problem.
We'd rather him have some other place.
I got arrested.
do you have another place you could go other than 3 doors down?
Yeah, I could probably go stay with Team Tassel over in Kentucky at his business. He let me be security guard to see what his place and work for me. I've already got that worked out. Is a place to stay, give me, and I'm a couple, 30 miles away from her there. I'll be in Route 5.
What's Pete's last name? What's Pete's last name?
It's It's Tim
Oh,
Castle.
Tim Castle.
Yeah, it's concrete. Pretty sure he'll let me go work for him. He's never told me no before.
I'd like to know whether Mr. Harrison's ever used the VA for services before.
Have you ever used the VA for services?
Yeah, I wanted to talk to the VA guy. I've been having to talk to him. There's nothing wrong with me besides somebody's lied to me a whole lot of my life, and I'm straightening it out. That's the confusing part. She has an 8-year-old little girl running around. We've been married for 27 years. That's a little issue there between us. She's hid from us. You know, and the fact that she's married to that, to Terrence, what's his name?
That's enough talk. That's enough talk.
That's another issue. Those are the kind of arguments we're having.
Hey, Seth.
That's enough talk.
Your
Sounds like
lawyer's
there's
asking you to be quiet.
conflict in the home.
That's what I was trying.
You're not helping yourself.
There's no way he can get out of here today with, I mean, I can show you
I don't
videos
know.
of him chasing.
Please
this
be
black
quiet.
woman.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's way more than what he's letting on. And
I-
he doesn't have a job. He doesn't work
This happens
since
every time.
2018.
Yeah,
He's
it's like-
lying.
Everyone's trying to help you.
I'll tell you history.
Can I say something to
He
you?
doesn't even-
You're the only one that's hurting
He has
yourself.
nowhere to go.
You got a lawyer helping you, the prosecutor's helping you, I'm trying to help you, all you need to do is be
The
quiet.
first charge and the second charge together, and they sent him to the VA. He went out there 3 times, did 3 different visits, and then that was it, and it was done.
How many times?
He just saw
Your
the.
Honor, I would suggest that I'll contact the VA and set up an appointment for Mr. Harrison.
Is it a similar kind
And
of?
so we would ask for an OR bond stipulation that he
I just,
moves
like I
to
said, I think that's what they were
Kentucky
charging him
with
today,
Mr.
but there's no
Castle,
way he's.
and that he immediately go to the appointment with the VA, which I'll set up
He can't
for.
leave. You know,
Okay,
you
all right.
can't just let him out, and like I
Okay.
said, I can show you videos.
All that sounds good.
Well, Your Honor, this is Ms. Harrison here, and she's let me know that the Tim Castle thing is not a possibility, that she's actually spoken with Tim Castle.
She made
No,
sure
I
it
tried to
happened.
call him.
Tried to
I
call
never could get hold of
him, never could get a hold of him. But anyway, she believes that that's not a legitimate thing. She also, and, you know, it's hard to keep track of when cases come before the court, whether there's been cases in the past of a similar situation, but she says that in the last months that we were here on a domestic violence charge, and Mr. Harrison was supposed to go to the VA and did minimally. So it sounds like we're back again with a problem that we've had before the court before.
Yeah, she's gaslighting.
Which is what?
That we've got a serious situation involving
He is
domestic violence
seriously
and mental
mentally
health.
unstable.
The guy always is listed.
Do you have another domestic violence?
Your Honor, in
2021
2021 was a domestic violence.
Forever her whole life. She hit me in the face with a face and slipped my tires and down right in the motorcycle.
Seth,
I'm not
please stop
listening.
talking.
I can't hear our clerk because you're rattling. Go ahead.
Your Honor, it was a case in 2021. I put it up on the screen. Your
Like I
mom.
said, I can show you videos of him screaming that he's gonna kill everybody.
On this occasion?
I have them, yeah. like
Is that all you
The
have?
other day.
All right, well, we did
Well, that's
at least get those.
Yes.
They looked at it
There's
and
an
said
open audit.
that you guys were supposed to get a hold of me, and then no one ever did.
That's all for another day.
I understand that, but as far as whether he should be out of incarceration or should be in some sort of treatment, it's very important.
I'll go to the VA if you like, talk to you. I'm not going to hospitalize myself, but I'll go to see a psychiatrist, whoever you want to talk to.
Your Honor, can we call this up in a few minutes after I talk with the VA?
That's what we'd like to do too.
You know what? That's the best idea I've heard.
Okay, thank you.
The young lady up here, Sarah, she's the one that I want you to talk to about the videos and sending them to us.
Okay.
So
Do you have his social security number or anything?
Jailer, just keep him out, we'll be calling back in a few minutes.
454 65 16
I'm sorry, 16.
10. I was married to this man for 27 years.
Are you still married?
No, we got divorced in March 21.
We have other arrangements.
What did you say?
State law versus Gary Dale, case number
No.
CRP 23-323, A and B.
He's been at my house for a while now.
Okay.
she has videos with us. She needs to
Thank you. You want to serve them?
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
State your name, please.
Gary Dale.
You've been served with papers by Josh Cooper,
Yes, sir.
and I'm going to go over them with you at this time.
Yes.
First states that Gary Dale at Rome Township, Lawrence County, Ohio, on May 26, 2023, did knowingly cause or attempt to cause physical harm to Nicole Reeder, a family or household member, in violation of Section 291925A of the Ohio Revised Code, domestic violence misdemeanor of the first degree in Lawrence County, Ohio. Do you understand those charges and the rights given to you on the DVD earlier this morning?
Yes, sir.
The possible consequences are $1,000 fine, 6 months in jail. I'll ask you to enter a plea of guilty, not guilty, or no contest.
Not guilty.
Do you want a lawyer to represent you?
Yes, sir.
Are you employed?
No, sir.
You have no source of income?
Yes, sir, I have SSI.
All right. All right, let's go to the next case. States that Gary Dale at Rome Township, Lawrence County, Ohio, on May 26, 2023, did without privilege to do so and with purpose to prevent, obstruct, or delay the performance of a public official of an unauthorized act in the public official's official capacity, hampered or impeded a public official in the performance of the public official's lawful duties in violation of Section 2921.31A of the Ohio Revised Code, obstructing official business, misdemeanor of the second degree in Lawrence County, Ohio. And you're going to enter a not guilty on that one too, right?
Yes, sir.
All right. Sean Stratton.
Could I ask for an attorney?
Yeah. You did ask for one, and you have one.
Sean Stratton.
And his name is Sean Stratton, and he's just introduced himself to you.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Stratton, this is 2 charges, misdemeanor the second and misdemeanor the first. On the second degree, the possible consequences are $750 fine, 90 days in jail. So we've completed the arraignments, and it's my understanding is that he's under a bond,
Yes,
but
sir.
I've lost the bond papers.
You've lost the bond papers.
I know you had, you gave them to me. There it is. He's under a bond with Sally's Bonding Company. So on the issue of bond, I'm going to continue that
She's no
bond.
longer living there?
Sally's Bonding,
But she's not living at your residence?
continued. So, does the prosecutor have anything? We're going with the protective order, protection order.
We are going to request a protection order, Your Honor.
Granted.
Your Honor, apparently this address is his residence and she does not live there. So of course he would, I don't know what address you put on there for her. Huh? Yeah. Okay. Okay, no address for her. As long as he can return to his property.
Pat,
I'll sign right there. Yes, Your Honor, so he'll be going back to his residence. She does not live there, and, yeah, sign there too, so.
So, Judge Capper asked me to set after June 20th if I could, unless there's a time problem. Is there any time problem with that?
No, sir.
There's no time issue, Your Honor. After June 20th would be better. I got trial that day. So we could, possibly better if we do it that Monday, which would be, I have to look. 26, maybe, Your Honor? Would that be fine?
Would you have a problem with July 3rd? Is that too far away?
No, July 3rd is fine.
All right. Pre-trial, July 3rd, 2023 at 10 a.m. Bond continues, protection order granted.
Okay, thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Thank you. Have a good day, y'all.
Let's go over here and talk.
She needed to talk to him.
Yeah, he did. He could hear me talk.
Oh, good.
State of Ohio recalls Adrian Waldron Bishop. Adrian Waldron Bishop, case number CRP 23-174, A and B.
Birthday. How many months of service?
Warren N. Morford is here representing the defendant, and Adrian Waldron Bishop, is it Adrian or Adrienne?
Adrian.
Had requested time to speak with you, Mr. Morford. Has she done that?
We have, Your Honor.
All right. Now, she failed to appear on Friday, and a bench warrant was issued, and she's here today, and I'm going to withdraw the bench warrant. Recalled bench warrant. So, it's now back to being a pretrial. What do you have to tell me, Mr. Morford?
I don't know that there's much I can tell you without Mr. Hill then getting his input on it.
All right. And do you have a report, sir?
No, Your Honor, I do not. I turned one in last week when her original day. I did not know that she would be here today, so I did not have one for her, but I did turn one in Friday.
Okay, this is a real close report, so this would serve, right? This would be fine?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
If there's no problems there, Judge, I'd like to continue with the treatment that she's in.
Okay, everything looks good on the report. Have you seen it, Mr. Morford?
I saw the one previous week, yes.
525.
Yes.
Okay. Let's get Mr.
It'll be just a few minutes, Your Honor. He's on an important phone call, I believe.
Okay. And what is your name, sir?
My name's Chris Lovins,
How you spell your last name?
Lovins. I also spoke to Miss Bishop a while ago outside, and we are going to try to work in getting her into Branch's domestic violence shelter, and also we are going to assign her a peer support recovery coach to help her through her process as well.
We'll recall it, Judge, when Mr. Hill's available.
You just checked. And you want to recall this, or is this the only case we have right now?
No, we can start some break round.
We need Mr. Hill for that too, right?
Probably.
All right, let's just wait. So tell me, Mr. Lovins, what you're going to be recommending.
As far as her treatment, she's doing very well in it. We're not recommending anything for her different other than getting her a recovery coach to try to help with maybe some of her transportation issues that she is having, like what happened last week. I also told Miss Waldron Bishop that if she wanted to get with me before we leave here today, I would give her my number, and if she has issues getting here, to keep anything from happening like last week where she did not have transportation, I would come and pick her up and bring her myself.
Okay, that's great. And then tell me about Branches.
Branches is a domestic violence shelter for women that have been abused and domesticated. She told me that she is trying to get in there when we was speaking outside a while ago. It's over in Huntington, and I have a few contacts there where I've helped get other women in there, and I'm going to reach out to them today and try to get her a bed over there at their facility.
Can I say something? My therapist at RRG, where he's from, had me talk to somebody down at Branches, and I spoke with both of them, and I do qualify, but I called them a couple weeks ago and there wasn't any beds open, so that's what I'm just waiting, and then he's hopefully going to put his input in, or if he knows somebody up there. So hopefully that ends up working out, because I do have I have a job right now. I work at Pottery Place, and I'm going to therapy and everything, so that would be a better fit, I think, than the Mission, but I'm just waiting on a bed.
So where are you living now?
The Huntington City Mission.
So the reason you weren't here on Friday was you couldn't get here from Huntington?
Yes.
Okay. Stay right where you are. Ron's going to do some administrative things here on the records, but you all stay right there.
State of Ohio versus Keith W. Cooper, case number CRV 21-288 and TRC 21-121 A and B. These are set for sentencing.
Wes,
He showed up.
what's your name, sir?
Keith Cooper.
Okay. Hold on, hold on a minute, Wes. We're going to call for one that we believe is not here.
State of Ohio versus James McClaskey, case number TRC 19-975 A, B, and C, and CRV 19-274.
Wes?
I have not checked it.
Thank you. 5:30 hearing today. He was the one that was supposed to work those Saturdays.
Yes, Your Honor. He was supposed to have been here on April 29th and May 6th, and did not show up.
Okay, failure to appear, bench warrant. All right. We'll do yours as soon as Mr. Hill gets off the phone.
Sorry, may we have a seat, Your Honor?